have you ever made pickled eggs? Well, today we're going to make them with elderberry and beer. So I boiled up some eggs to make hard-boiled eggs, and then I'm just taking the shells off of them. Of course, I'm doing it one-handed because I'm holding a camera, but they come off pretty easily. So here's the recipe. 20 hard-boiled eggs, 2 cups of apple cider vinegar, 1 cup of red wine vinegar, 1 cup of beer, 1 cup of spring water, 4 tablespoons of honey, sugar, or maple syrup, whatever you prefer, 2 tablespoons of sea salt. We have pickling spice, 2 tablespoons also, 1/3 cup dried elderberries, and then the garlic, which I let sit for about 10 minutes. Then everything's going into the pot, except for the eggs. And so there's the beer and the water, the apple cider vinegar, and then let's put the red wine vinegar in there. Then we can start just putting the salt, the sugar, the spices, the garlic, everything else is going to go into that pot. Now I'm going to put it on medium-high heat, and I just want it to come to a boil. And I'm going to stir it several times while I'm waiting for it to boil. There goes the garlic. The garlic has more flavor if you let it sit for a little bit. And then I'm just going to stir it. Put a lid on it if you want to. I didn't put a lid on there. I don't want it to boil a long time. I'm just going to watch it until it's just boiling. So here's all the eggs that could fit in a half-gallon jar, and that's 20. And these are just regular large eggs. And when that starts to boil, we're going to pour that right on top. So the pot is just boiling. That's all I needed to do, just boiling. And it's unusual to make pickled eggs with beer because people eat pickled eggs with beer. So let's pour that on there. Now be very careful because it is hot. And you may have some extra. When I have some extra, I'm just going to put it in another canning jar, put it in the refrigerator because I might be able to use it in the next week or so. So I got that on there. I'm actually going to put a lid on there and shake it a little bit in case there's any air bubbles. And I don't want that. Now it does take about a week in the refrigerator before you should eat them, but it's going to make a beautiful colored egg and just great flavor. It's just amazing. And you could add lots of other spices in there. That's totally up to you. I'm having a hard time getting that lid on. There it goes. And so there it is. But by the time that week's up, those eggs are going to be very purpley instead of that white. This is the extra that I had. And I am just going to shake it every day. And in 7 days, we are going to enjoy pickled eggs with elderberries and beer. If you made pickled eggs, tell us in the comments below so we can know what kind.